This is FAB 1000. It belongs to resistance class 4. It should resist for at least 10 minutes when attacked by an experienced thief equipped with a locksmith's hammer, axe, accumulator drill and other tools. He can combine the tools to make the attack more effective and doesn't care for noise. The most notable feature of this lock is the amount of the anti-drill protection present in it. So far I haven't seen a lock with more steel in it. The configuration is very similar to FAB 200, 2 RBC pins, single spool and 2 standard drivers. The keyway is quite nasty, and without a very thin pick you will have a hard time navigating it. The core contains slots for passive pins that interact with holes in the key. In this lock, the first slot contained a ball bearing and the second one had a passive pin in it. As far as picking is concerned, the passive pins have no effect at all, and with the exception of the keyway, it's similar to FAB 200. The FAB 1000 also offers a protection against unauthorized key copying. Locksmith cuts a key only when presented with a security card. Price-wise, the FAB 1000 is relatively cheap at roughly 40 euros for a W cylinder. And now, let's see it in action. So the first ones to bind are the RBC pins in chambers 1. Should be set now. And chamber 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They are sitting very low. Okay, small core rotation. Let's check the one again. 2 springy, 3 springy, 4 seems to give us, seems to be bound. Okay. Check the 5 again. Seems to be okay. Two springy, 3 is bound, nice click out of it, 4 click of it, and we've got a false set. And now spool in chamber 2 is the one is binding, and we are picked. So that was quicker than usual. Normally the RBC pins tend to give all sorts of problems. Okay. Okay. There was a ball bearing in the first chamber for passive pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plug the passive pin. Here you can see the crazy amount of anti-drill protection. These core features. I haven't seen other lock with that much steel in it. Also the keyway can be somewhat hard to navigate, but thanks to SSDev guys, it's not as painful as it might have been otherwise. So, chamber 1, the RBC pin, chamber 2 is the spool, chamber 3 standard anti-drill, chamber 4 the same, and chamber 5 RBC pin in steel, also anti-drill. There's a groove for the passive pins. I'm not sure, yeah, it should be visible now. Also anti-drill protection. As for the key, you can see chambers 1 and 5 with those RBC pins. There, these holes are for the passive pins, but as you can see in the core only 2 chambers are there, plus one of them was filled with a ball bearing, probably protecting this stack, so I guess it is there for some master keying systems. So let's do a close-up. Here you can see the key pins are all standard. As for the drivers, 1 and 5 are those RBC pins, the only spool, and 2 steel standard drivers. Here you can see the funny thing that FABs usually have those anti-drill drivers back into the lock. Not sure why is that. And also you can see, well, even if those RBC drivers can cause some problems when single pin picking, there you can see that these guys are more afraid of dynamic attacks. There's the passive pin and the ball bearing that was there. The key, of course, is protected against unauthorized copying. You need to have the security card. So this is the FAB 1000. Thanks, bye.